Hello, my name is Ilona. So much is going on. Unfortunately, we just don't see it in the media yet. So for a lot of people, nothing is going on. And I understand the frustration, but really it's ramping up. I could just feel it in the energy. First of all, in the Netherlands, we have the 2G or the 2G. That's the system that you have to show that you've gotten the wasp sting or that you have recovered. So you cannot test anymore. Well, they've put that in the freezer. They wanted to introduce that on the working place, and they really wanted to introduce that also in non-essential shops. And of course, essential shops, as at the end, obviously, they wanted to use it for that. Well, it's been put in the freezer. Interesting. If the elite were really in control, they would have pushed that through everything by now. We would have already been introduced to it. We have the mandates that in other countries are in the far future. It's very strange. It's like the 1st of February in certain countries. I'm like, the elite were really in control. They would have implemented that by now as well. So to me, those are just signs that they are really losing the battle. And if they mandate it, every damage that will come out of that, they will be responsible for. So I believe that this is just a psychological trick, hoping to scare people to get the wasp sting right now, because then it's voluntarily. It's your own free will that you're doing it. So keep that in mind. Do not get it. Do not comply. At least that is what I'm doing. Of course, everyone has to make their own decisions, but really, to me, this is showing that they're losing control. Princess Beatrix, or former Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands, have been tested positive for a certain something, which is usually code for that they've made a deal and their reputation will be kept intact, so to speak. I do believe that Elizabeth from England also has that deal going on. So to me, the entire royal families, I think they've already been taken care of, but this is for the people in the back, so to speak. This is more like trying to wrap up things nicely. Well, she is positive. I see that as a positive thing. In Slovenia, the highest court has decided that the mandate is unconstitutional. So that's off the table in Slovenia. Interesting to know. You don't see that anywhere broadcast, at least not in the Netherlands. But of course, the alternative media have their way of getting the information out. I also saw, I can't say the title, but it was from the British government. It is a surveillance report from week 42. It's from the UK Health Security Agency. It was released, and in the papers, they are actually mentioning that the wasp sting is damaging to the immune system. This is, I think, from the British government themselves. So they've released papers where it shows that it really is very damaging. We've got the papers from a certain company that makes wasp stings, where they are actually showing there are people that have died. They're aware of that. They're aware of the damage that it's had, the effect it has on people. And they just continue with it anyway. Very interesting that you barely see that mentioned anywhere in the media, while that is so important because these are the papers from the company themselves. But it's all coming out. There's no stopping it. To me, that really is a sign things are falling apart. I've also shared, clip from Alex Collier, who's talking about things are wrapping up. That's what he's saying in December, most likely. He's mentioning about Iraq, about the financial system, about the Starlings. That can be activated at the end of the month. That's December. I think the recording is from like the 3rd or the 4th of December from this year. And he's really mentioning that things are going to come out. The medbeds are going to come out. So this is very exciting things. We have some talks that Mr. B is going to be, is going to resign or is going to leave certain things. So much is going on, and to be very honest, I'm quite excited. I'm like waiting for it. I'm ready for things to come out. I do not believe everything will come out, but it will be just such a relief to get rid of everything that's surrounding the wasp stings, everything that's going on with all these restrictions. It would be so just finally we can get rid of that, because right now that is the most exhausting thing right now, because really it's so difficult to talk to loved ones, people you care about, friends, colleagues, when they are so stuck in their ways and they're actually lining up to get the third wasp sting. Really, it just amazes me that there are people that are still following that line, who are just terrified and just really think everything they say is true. Lots of lies are coming out now also in the media, so watch out for that. There is also this third world war scenario. They are going to ramp up. Be aware of that. I do not believe it will get that far. Alex Collier also mentioned the Black Swan event, also been mentioned of course in the postings of a certain letter of the alphabet, and that Black Swan thing will have to do with the Three Gorges dance he mentioned. That's what Alex Collier mentioned. The financial system that will collapse, and of course most likely some military will be put into action. I don't know when this is going to happen or not. I do believe that before January things will come out, at least a lot of truths will come out. We're already seeing that, so I'm really waiting for that change. I really hope the military will step in. But I also got a reading that it has to do with the financial system. So they will green light everything, the white hats, when the financial system, the new financial system, is completely secure and they can really roll that out. I do believe that it's completely connected with each other. But I'm just going to see what the global energy is now. I'm probably going to do more updates just in the energy, because so much is happening and going on right now. So I'm just going to look globally what's going on. Oh, well, this is the Hermit. That is an energy of really pulling back. And I do believe with all the restrictions going on in other countries, we have restrictions as well. They want to continue that everything closes at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I do believe that this is going to be ramping up as well. I do believe it's also connected with if the white hats are going to step up, that restriction will be put into place, so everyone will be at home and no one will get in the way of certain things happening. So I do believe that that fits with the energy. We are also in this, December month is also the month of really cocooning, so to speak. Everything outside is getting colder. People are more likely to stay at home and connect with people around them, hopefully, if they have a family, of course, and people near them. But this is the energy of also finding your own truths. And that's really what this period is about. The Great Awakening is about, is finding your own truth, searching for the answers in yourself, finding the light in yourself, so you will not depending on the media or the government or things outside of yourself telling you what you should do, what you should think. So this is also about finding our own wisdom, trusting the voice within, trusting our connection to God, our connection to our soul. So this is a beautiful energy which we are now facing with and we need to deal with. You have to understand there's so much going on in the energy. Everything, it's raising the vibration. So a lot of things are coming out. We have the Two of Swords. That's the card above. Central card is the Ace of Swords. That's very interesting. This is the Ace of Pentacles. That's the past. This is the Six of Cups. That's underneath the Ace of Swords. And Justice for the future. Very beautiful card. So right now, what's going on is a lot of people have a lot of trouble reaching their intuition. So they don't see what's going on. They're still stuck in this charade that's going on. They still believe all the lies they've been fed to. That fits with the Hermit, the energy to find your own truths. And a lot of people are avoiding that. Or not really avoiding that, but they just can't reach their intuition. And I do believe that the wasp sting, certain wasp stings, have the effect to completely disconnect yourself with your soul, with your connection to your intuition. And then you will notice with certain people, they will become more negative, they will withdraw, they will be more angry. It's very difficult for them to connect with their feelings, with the emotions. So we are in this period that it will come out more and more people that can still connect with their intuition, and people that really are going to have a problem. And there are a lot of people that are still just afraid, and they just don't see what's going on. This energy is a very loving energy. This is the Six of Cups. This is also about the inner child, connecting with ourselves, connecting with that innocence in ourselves. Very important to do things that you enjoy doing. Doesn't have to be very elaborate. Maybe you just enjoy singing or dancing or going out in nature or just meeting someone or talking to someone over the phone. Do those things. It's so important now to just be in this very innocent, beautiful energy. We really need to permit ourselves. I'm not going to say we have to pull this energy in, because that's working. And we don't have to work for anything anymore. We are now in the energy to just let things happen, relax, enjoy ourselves. Even though everything around us may be falling apart, to me that's a good sign. Things need to fall apart. So really connect with that innocence, with that joy. It's so important for that energy to come out and to be spread around the world. Someone actually sent me like a message about seeing this Christmas tree with all these lights. And if everybody started, shine, and all those lights will be like connected all over the world. It'll be like this giant Christmas tree. This beautiful, grid, or so, just beautiful energy everywhere around the world. If everyone started shining their light and really started stepping into their own beautiful light, it will be like this incredible, massive energy surge. And that's what we need. That's what we need right now. This is very beautiful. This is like a new beginning, communication wise. So this is the Ace of Swords. Swords is about a new way of communicating. It's about a new way of getting information. So I do believe that the process is that people will get their information from other directions, so from alternative media, but also from inside, from our own wisdom. So people will feel this resonates with me, this is right, this isn't right. So it's very important that this new way of getting our energy, so we will not be dependent outside of ourselves anymore. We won't be able to be fooled easily, because we will feel if something resonates with us or not. And if we are more and more in connection with this pure energy, with our own wisdom, we will see that in our reality, because we manifest. So we will create this beautiful new way of communicating. And I believe ultimately we even be like telepathically. I don't think that if we grow in our dimensions and we will get to 5D, that we will have to communicate with words anymore. I think we will be more open and more telepathic. I think that's the way to go. So that will be very interesting. And well, that's of course not the energy right now, but the energy now in December, and at this moment in time, it's now the 7th of December. I do believe that the media may even be changing. Things are coming out. The alternative media are drawing in more and more crowds. People are waking up. People receiving information. Some people will run away from that. They don't want that. They don't know how to handle it. But more people will connect with the spiritual and will get information through that. We get more and more downloads. Our energies are being raised. So everything is coming in. So also take your time with your body and with your spirit, and just, if you feel very tired, just take a break if it's possible, or just slow down, really take care of yourself, support yourself, get this happy energy going with us, because that's very important. But things are happening, and justice, well, that's the future At least that's in our energy, and really we want justice served, and it's time for justice to come out. Time for a new balance, because that's what this card also stands for, the balance, the harmony, the I think a more justful way of the resources, of financially, that people get what they deserve instead of just want this tiny little group owning everything. It's really about restoring balance and justice, because they've done some horrible things. I'm talking about the elite, and they will need to, pay for what they've done. Their justice will be served. Don't be afraid that just because someone made a deal that they're getting away with anything. They're not getting away with anything. Just keep that in mind. Justice is being served. So things are being restored. And I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm going to leave it at this, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.